99% of marketers completely miss, at least the marketers that suck at this job. So they're all out there obsessing over hooks, obsessing over editing styles, music, what ad type to run, how to copy their competitors. And meanwhile, the real winners and real fucking players who know how to play this game, they're focused on something way more important, and that's understanding exactly who they're selling to. This is called understanding your customer, and I'm about to show you exactly how it works. So look at these two ads, for example. You have on the left this rustic old school style ad, and it crushed it for a outdoor survival gear brand. And on the right, you have this simple video of a girl in the ocean, and that one as well printed money for another jewelry brand. Completely different styles, yet both were winners for each brand, and that's because they were perfectly tailored to their specific audience. See, behind every ad are real people with specific desires, fears, and problems they want to solve. And when they're scrolling through their feed and just going about their day and they see your ad, it needs to feel like it was made specifically for them. And I mean specifically for them. Creating high converting ads starts with building a detailed picture of your customer. I'm talking about understanding their deepest desires and fears, the language they use when they talk about their problems, what keeps them up at night, what they've tried before that didn't work, even what type of content they prefer to consume on day-to-day basis. And later in the course, I'll show you exactly how to gather all this information, including some research techniques and AI tools that make the whole process a lot easier. But for now, I just want you to understand why understanding your customer matters so much when making ads. And to do this, let me break down two real examples that show exactly how understanding your customer changes everything about how you make ads. First up, you have Wazoo Survival Gear. Our perfect customer avatar here is a 45-year-old guy, probably has a beard, loves the outdoors, but the interesting part is he's not some, doomsday prepper living in a bunker. He's a successful professional who values quality and authenticity. He wants to be prepared, but in a practical, not crazy way. So what else do we know about him? He's probably tired of modern, flashy marketing. He respects tradition and craftsmanship. He wants gear that'll actually work when shit hits the fan, and he's probably willing to pay premium prices for it, but first he needs to trust the brand. And so you don't think I'm pulling this information out of my ass and just making it up. This all comes from our research document we have for this brand. We built this specific avatar based on all the research we did on social media, mining through comments, seeing feedback on our previous ads, maybe going through Amazon and looking up competitors, looking up similar products, reading reviews, analyzing how people speak about that products, what problems do they solve for them. It's really just, understanding the whole space, and that's how we build, this really detailed customer avatar by combining all of that information that we gathered. So based on all of that, what did we do? We created this rustic, vintage style ad that looks like something from an old outdoor magazine. The whole vibe screams heritage, authenticity. It's the kind of ad his grandfather would respect. And that's why it did so well, because it's something he could respect. And now flip that to jewelry brand, completely different game. Our customer here is a 21-year-old girl who lives for those, perfect Instagram moments. She probably follows all the trends. She wants to feel unique. She values experiences, like travel videos, stuff like that. She wants to be the main character, and she's probably influenced by aesthetics and vibes more than product features, and she probably makes emotional purchasing decisions. So we got a creator to shoot this simple video with her phone in the ocean, wearing the jewelry, no heavy sales copy, no product features, just vibes, and just it looks nice. And this is because our research showed that these customers don't want to be sold to. They want to be able to imagine themselves in that moment. And when you have this deep understanding of your customer, that changes everything about how you create ads, because you're not just doing things random anymore. You actually apply logic to how you format your ads, how you make them, and at the end, how they look like. So before you do your next ad, before you go to editing your next ad, I want you to first pick a specific type of person you're selling, not some broad category like women 24 to 45. I'm talking specific. For example, successful moms who feel guilty about not having enough time for their kids, that type of stuff. Second, you then start observing, you start doing research, maybe on social media, like I said, on Amazon, similar websites. Reddit is a very good one as well. You start observing how they behave online. What content do they engage with? What language do they use? How do they talk about the problems they have? And you really try to figure out how they communicate and what do they value. Third, based on all the information you gathered, you create a customer avatar so detailed it feels like a real person. Give them a name, a face, a story maybe, and hell, you may even put a picture somewhere so you can envision it when you're making an ad. And the more real they feel to you, the better your ads will speak to the people that see them. And now, like I said, I'm going to show you exactly how to do all of this with AI later on. For now, I want you to understand, better you understand your customer, the easier everything else becomes. Your hook ideas, they'll just come naturally. Your editing style, it'll be obvious. And what most editors get wrong is they spend 80% of their time on the edit and 20% on understanding their customer. And you need to flip that shit. Spend 80% of your time understanding your customer, doing research, getting familiar with who you're selling to, and I guarantee you the ad will practically make itself. In the next video, we're gonna talk about desires and how to show and not just tell in your ads, but what you just learned about understanding your customer, that's the foundation everything else builds on. That's what separates ads that just look good from ads that actually make money.